Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to introduce to you the magician of metal manipulation, Mr. Ron Covell.
Hi, Ron. Hi, happy to meet you.
Oh, thank you so much. People, if you knew the talent that this guy has, you'd throw yours away. The work he's done, I've followed him for many years. I think people mostly got interested in metal manipulation, if you will, through the early biker shows where they showed making fenders and that. But you were doing this way before then. And Ron, how long have you been doing it? How did you get interested in it, and how did you master it?
I've been doing this work professionally for 51 years now. I started by apprenticing with the man who built dragster bodies back in the early 1960s. And after working with him for about 2 years, I broke off to start my own business, building, guess what, dragster bodies.
Yes, yes.
And then about 10 years later, I grew tired of the world of racing cars, not because I didn't like them, I loved them, but there was always a tight schedule to meet. You know, racers don't want to have their car off the circuit for very long.
Right.
So there's always heavy pressure, and I grew tired of the pressure. So I got more interested in street rods and started building street rods.
Okay,
and
great.
I've been doing this for 51 years now, professionally.
And you know, most people retire and get out of it, but when you love something, you stick with it.
If you do something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Oh, I love that saying. You know, we were down here this morning and we showed the Freedom High School kids are helping the little kids build model cars. And I had all my grandchildren here and they were building cars. And we just got done talking to another individual about little kids, getting them interested in the hobby, whether it be metal, whether it be cars, motorcycles, I don't care what it is. Without the kids, there is no future. And you hold seminars. So you're trying to give back your knowledge. How long have you been holding seminars?
It's been 18 years now, yeah, and I love that.
You do?
Yeah.
And I mean, using this equipment, you use the word apprenticeship, and that's what it's all about. Kids have to get into this and learn from masters such as yourself, correct?
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I'm loving to see what they're doing here with the young people because, as you know, the public schools don't offer that kind of education.
Yes, unfortunately, I was involved. I was a millwright mechanic my whole life, and I tried to reach out to high school kids with another group to get them apprenticeships started, whatever they would like. I guess it's easier to do this, you know, but I tell you, instead of working with just your mind, you can work with both your hands and your mind. To me, that's a double win right there. How has the traffic been, and how have people been asking what's been going on?
There's been a lot of traffic. I think the show's only been open, 2 hours?
Yes.
And there's been dozens and dozens and dozens of people walking through, stopping, asking about the equipment and asking about the processes. So
Right.
tremendous interest.
I think it's just going to get bigger and bigger as the word travels. They go home and says, "You got to go see Ron Covell, man. He's at the arena." I mean, if I was just walking down the street and somebody told me that, I'd be here in a flash. I'll tell you. I understand you have a seminar going on here in just a few minutes, so I just wanted to stop in and say hi to you and finally meet my childhood hero, and I did. So thank you so much for what you've given the sport and to people like me a little hope to know that we can do this. Thank you so much, Ron.
Thank you. Thanks for your interest.
Okay, take care, buddy.